in this video we are going to discuss about National Action Plan on Climate Change, or NAPCC. So it's a very important area from people development and environment. And then in this session what we are going to do is we'll be just focusing on a few previous year questions, and we'll try to solve those questions, and through which we'll be trying to understand what are the important things that we need to study under NAPCC, and also the ways in which you can expect questions from this area as well. So before moving into the questions, I'll just give you an overall idea about what is this NAPCC is all about. So it stands for, as you already seen in the previous slide, it stands for National Action Plan on Climate Change, and it was formally launched on June 30, 2008. So it was formally launched on June 30, 2008. So this year is important. So please do remember, this National Action Plan on Climate Change was introduced, or it was launched in the year 2008. And what is the major purpose or the objective of launching this kind of an initiative? So it identifies measures that promote development objectives while also yielding core benefits for addressing climate change effectively. So what it focuses on is basically two important things. It focuses on development objectives, and at the same time it also focuses on addressing the climate change. On one side it focuses on development, also concerning or also considering the climate change issues as well. And if you consider this National Action Plan on Climate Change, we have 8 different missions that comes under these this broader term. So there are 8 national missions which form the core of the National Action Plan, and that includes these 8 different missions. They are National Solar Mission, then we have National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, then we have National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, National Water Mission, National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for a Green India, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, and National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change. So these are the 8 different missions that comes under the National Action Plan on Climate Change. So now you have an idea, an overall idea about what this NAPCC is all about, and now we can just move to the questions. So here you have the first question. This was asked in December 2020 and June 2021 merge cycles, and the question goes like this. The abbreviation NMSHE in the context of Climate Action Plan of Government of India stands for, and we have the options: National Mission for Solar Hydro Energy, National Mission for Sustaining Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for Sustainable Hydrogen Energy, National Mission on Survey of Himalayan Ecosystem. So this is one perspective in which you can actually expect questions. So we already said that we have 8 different missions that comes under this Climate Action Plan, and you should have to know about the full form. So basically the 8 different missions. If you know the missions, then it's a very easy question, it's a very direct question. Even if you doesn't focus on the abbreviation as such, also if you just focus on these 4 options, there is only one option that you can associate with the National Action Plan or the national missions that comes under this broader term. So in that respect, this is a very important thing. So basically if you consider the questions in general that are coming from NAPCC also, one of the major focus that they have is basically the different missions. We need to identify which are the missions that comes as a part of it, and they might give you some options, and they ask us to find out the options that we cannot consider under the NAPCC. So these are the various perspectives in which you can expect questions. Anyway, NMSHE stands for National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, and this was formally launched in the year 2010. So it came into force, or it was launched in June 2010, and it was approved by the Union Government in 2014. So it was approved in 2014, so it received a formal approval from the Union Government in 2014, but it was launched in June 2010 itself, and it comes under the Department of Science and Technology, which implements, that is basically the authority that implements the NMSHE. So these are the basic things that we need to understand, or we need to study. So the year in which it was launched, and it was formally approved in the year 2014. So 2010 is the year in which it was launched, and 2014 is the year in which it got a formal approval from the Union Government, and it comes under the Department of Science and Technology. So if you go further also, you can just focus on the important objectives and other areas that is again important. So in this question, what we require is basically the full form, and also if we have some basic understandings about the important dates also, it will be really helpful. So in that manner, which is the right answer? The right option that you can choose from the given options is National Mission for Sustaining Himalayan Ecosystem, that is option B. So the right answer is option B itself. Moving to the next question from the same exam. Which of the following are the missions of the National Action Plan on Climate Change? And we have the options National Solar Mission, Green India Mission, then we have Western Ghats Development Mission, National Water Mission, Air Pollution Mitigation Mission. And we need to identify the various right options from the given options, the right choices that you can take as a part of the missions of the Indian National Action Plan on Climate Change. Okay, so if you consider the options that are given there, and if you consider, or if you just equate it with the 8 national missions, we have already gone through these 8 missions, but I have taken that particular slide again here. So in the 8 missions, we have National Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, then we have National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, then National Water Mission, then we have National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for a Green India, which can be also called as Green India Mission. That is again another term that you can use. Then we have National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture and National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change. So if these are the 8 different missions, which are the options that you can consider from the question that we are discussing. So National Solar Mission for sure, then Green India Mission, that is option B, that is again true, and then we have National Water Mission also, Western Ghats Development Mission and Air Pollution Mitigation Mission. These 2 options cannot be associated with National Action Plan on Climate Change because we haven't discussed anything of that sort under the national missions, the 8 national missions that we have already seen there. So in that respect, which are the right options that you can pick from these given ones? So we have National Solar Mission, option A, Green India Mission, option B, and also National Water Mission. So A, B, D will be the right answer. So A, B and D is option A. So the right answer is option A itself. Next question, the National Water Mission and the Climate Action Plan for Government of India seeks to improve water use efficiency by, and we have various options given as well. So in the previous 2 questions, what we require is basically we need to understand, or we need to study which are the 8 national missions that you can consider under this broader term of NAPCC. That's what we have discussed. So in this session, or in this question, what the focus here is, we need to understand the objectives, the major objectives that can also be considered in the National Water Mission. Okay, so when we are studying, the initial thing is you need to understand the various national missions, and also if you can go further, if you know the basic objectives or the aims of each mission, that will again very useful. These kinds of questions can be also expected. So if you consider National Water Mission, that is what we have concentrated here in the question. So National Water Mission is actually coming under the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Kanka Rejuvenation, and this was launched in the year 2011. And what is the major focus of National Water Mission? It will ensure integrated water resource management, helping to conserve water, minimize wastage and ensure more equitable distribution both across and within states. So it focuses on water usage. So it helps to, or this mission focuses particularly on the conservation of water and also minimizing the wastage. Through minimizing the wastage, we can actually conserve a lot of amount of water. So minimizing wastage and also equitable distribution. That should be done both across and within the state. So these are the 3 important areas that are focused by, or that is focused by a National Water Mission. another important point that we need to consider here, one of the major focus of this mission is that it will take into account the provisions of the national water policy and develop a framework to optimize water use by increasing water use efficiency by 20% through regulatory mechanisms with differential entitlements and pricing. So this number is very important. So based on the national water policy, this particular mission develops a framework in order to optimize the water use by increasing water use efficiency. By what percentage? By 20%. So again, coming back to the question that we are discussing, it focuses, or the question goes like this. The National Water Mission under Climate Action Plan of Government of India seeks to improve water use efficiency by, so water use by increasing water use efficiency by 20%. So 20% is the right answer, that is option B. So the right answer is option B itself. Moving to the next question, this is from December 2021 and June 2022 merged cycle, and the question is basically a statement based question, and we have two different statements given here as well. And statement 1 says National Action Plan on Climate Change was launched in 2014, and statement 2 says National Mission for Smart Cities is one of the missions under the National Action Plan on Climate Change. So if you consider the first statement that is given here, it says that NAPCC was launched in 2014. Is that right? It's a wrong statement, right? We already said that it came into being, or it was launched on June 30, 2008. So 2008 is the year in which it was launched, but in the statement it is given as 2014. So in that respect, statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 says National Mission for Smart Cities is one of the missions under the National Action Plan on Climate Change. We have already discussed about the 8 national missions that we can consider under NAPCC, and in that list we haven't seen anything of this sort, National Mission for Smart Cities. So in that respect, statement 2 is again wrong. So both statement 1 and statement 2 are false is the right answer for this question. So both statement 1 and statement 2 are false is option B. So the right answer is option B itself. Moving to the next question, this was asked in December 2022. National Solar Mission, one of the missions of National Action Plan on Climate Change, or NAPCC, was launched in there. So make sure that you have an overall idea about the entire National Action Plan on Climate Change as such, NAPCC as such, and also make sure that you know the important dates and details of the missions, the national missions that comes under these. So 8 different missions, the important dates in which it came into being, and also the year in which it got approved, under which department or under which ministry it comes in, and also these objectives, aims, all these things can be considered. Okay, so here it asked us to find out a National Solar Mission, the year in which the National Solar Mission was launched. So make sure that, please do remember that National Solar Mission was inaugurated as the Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. So that terminology, or that name, is also a very important thing that you have to concentrate. So National Solar Mission was inaugurated as the Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. Okay, and it came into being on 11th January 2010. It came into being in 11th January 2010. Okay, so we need to identify the year in which National Solar Mission or Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission came into, it was launched. That is the question here. So it was happened on 11th January 2010. So 2010 is the right answer. So 2010 is option B. So the right answer is option B itself. Moving to the next question. This was asked in June 2023 net exam. Which one of the following is not a National Action Plan on Climate Change? So from the options, we need to identify an option that is not a part of what? The NAPCC. So make sure that you're reading the questions very thoroughly. At times there are a lot of people who are taking wrong options because they are not focusing on the question, or they'll just read the question and they might skip this not, they won't concentrate on not, and they'll just pick out the options that can be considered under that particular term or theory or concept as such. So make sure that you're reading the questions thoroughly and you're picking out the right option. Okay, so in this question we need to identify the option that cannot be considered as an NAPCC, or that as a National Action Plan on Climate Change. And if you consider the options, we have National Solar Mission, National Mission on Indian Ocean, National Mission for Green India, National Water Mission. So National Solar Mission, it's basically comes under the NAPCC. Then we have National Mission for Green India. National Water Mission is also coming under National Action Plan on Climate Change. And from these option B, National Mission on Indian Ocean. That is not a national mission that comes under NAPCC. So in that manner, in that respect, we can say that the right option of this question is option B. So the right answer is option B itself. Yeah, so in this video, we have discussed about a few previous year questions, sample questions that were asked from NAPCC. So we have gone through various kinds of questions. I hope you got an idea about what you have to focus on here and what are the questions that you can expect from this area as well. So make sure that you have an overall idea about the 8 different missions. If you can focus on the different objectives, the aims, the years that you have to focus there, the numbers that are there, the percentage, those kinds of details. So if you can concentrate on those details also, it will be really helpful. Generally, what they are focusing is like we need to identify or we need to understand or we need to study the 8 different national missions. That is the primary understanding that you need. And if you can go further and understand or can go further and study the aims and objectives of each of these missions, that will be really helpful. Okay. So I just gave you an overall idea, and also through these questions we came across a few of the national missions as well. So this is how you have to go with each of the topics. You need to understand what we have to learn. You need to understand the topics, and also we need to understand what we have to study under each of these topics. So what is the focus there, or how we can expect questions. In that manner, we have to focus on how to study. So what to study and how to study. These are the 2 important questions that you need to answer, and that is what leads to a very successful result as well. So this is how we plan our classes also. So if you want to know more about our courses, you can just contact the number that is given below. We have online as well as classroom classes available here. So you can feel free to contact us and to know more about our courses and the different plans that we are providing for our students. So that's all for this video. So thank you so much and happy learning.